And welcome to another Pro Audio Suite. Thanks to TriBooth, your get out of jail card if you want to travel. And Austrian Audio, making passion heard. This week we're talking about being on the road and how small your kit could be.
5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
To the Pro Audio Suite.
These guys are professional, they're motivated.
With Tech to the VO stars, George Whittam, founder of Source Elements, Robert Marshall, international audio engineer, Darren Robbo Robertson, and global voice, Andrew Peters. Thanks to TriBooth, Austrian Audio, making passion heard, Source Elements, George the Tech Whittam, and Robbo and AP's international demos. To find out more about us, check the ProAudioSuite.com.
Line up, ladies!
Yeah.
What happens if you're driving in the States, though, AP? Do you have to ride the Vespa on the other side?
Of course I do. And this will be under the seat. This is my mobile road case.
There you go. There's his radio. In his
What's in the sack?
Austrian
What's in
audio
the sack?
headphone
Show
bag.
us what's in the sack.
Shotgun mic in the bag. I have some Audio Technica E50s, I think they are. E50 in-ears. I have a bunch of leads, of course. There you go, the old Magic tripod thing,
Nice.
which is great because if you're in the car, you just wrap that around the steering wheel or around the back if you're sitting in the back of the car. And then I have a Mic Port Pro.
Which you discovered.
Passport, right?
I was going
You
to say,
finally
it won't be
discovered the right combination of cables to get that to work on your iPhone.
Yeah. Well, see, with the iPhone 15, it's a USB-C.
Oh, you have the iPhone 15? Oh, you show
Yeah.
off.
But it's great, and I
know.
record on the. I can
You know
record
what? I have
on
buyer's
it with Twisted
remorse
Wave.
because I bought the iPhone 14 Pro on a refurb to save a little bit of dough. But honestly,
Can I
looking
just
back,
say, look what I'm still on.
you're rocking is that an 8?
7. Well, actually, it's
7?
a 6. It's a 6S.
I'm on an 11.
The 11's great.
Wait, you're
I
at
have an 11.
6?
6S, yeah.
Well, George, you remember when I was pushing the iPhone 5? How long did I push that iPhone 5 for?
Quite a while.
I
Wasn't
pushed
all
it until the
cracked.
battery swelled up and pushed the glass off the top. It didn't crack. It just opened itself.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The
We had one of
glass was
those that do
literally
that to
off.
us years ago. Yeah.
That's
You
impressive.
get up in the morning and they're just like thing. It's like, what the hell? Great
Yeah.
iPhone lump.
To explode and cause a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
It's
you
like
know,
there's two things. There's taking the expanded bottle of milk out to the garbage, and then they're taking the laptop battery that's expanded out to the garbage as well.
Similar.
Yeah, that's
Similar.
right. Do you know the interesting thing about the phone, though, which I'm sure I'm so late to the party on this, but using Twisted Wave, and I was trying to get Hightail to work on the phone, and it's rubbish. It just doesn't work. I can't get files in there. But I've forgotten that if you go to, when you've done a file with on Twisted Wave on your phone, you can actually send it from the phone, and it creates a link. So you just put it into an email or whatever you want to do and send it, and there's a link. That gets sent
Twisted
to the
Wave
person.
has like a WeTransfer-ish thing built into it, doesn't it?
Correct. It's really good.
he had to do it because the way iOS is, that everything is sandboxed. Everything's in its own little file system. They don't have a common unified file system. They have like a Files app now, which kind of emulates that a little bit, but not really. But everything's separated. So him doing that, it made it far more likely you were going to be able to get your file to where it needed to go, including FTP. Because I think it even has an FTP client for sending files, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well,
that's cool.
I mean, the good thing is, I mean, I'll just send the link to whoever, and if it's a big session and it's on a phone, I can't send it as an email directly because if the thing's over like 10 meg, it won't send. Right. But this, I can do a whole session on the phone and then just send the link to the person. They can download off a Twisted Wave site as opposed to me trying to send a massive file. It's a great idea. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Makes sense.
it's really cool. So so we were talking about iPhones and versions of phones and how I'm jealous. I really do kind of wish that I did, like, instead of, I was kind of, on a little bit of a budget. So I was like, you know what, I'll get the older one, but I wanted the 3 lenses. I wanted to be cool and have the third lens, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I kind of wish I just got the iPhone 15 standard to save a little money. So I'd have that USB-C port, because that USB-C port changes everything on an iPhone. It's now
Yeah.
a normal USB-C device, and that's huge.
Yeah.
Just a standard USB-C to USB cable, no adapters, no camera kit, and you're ready to go, right?
Sure.
Correct. I got a camera kit thing, adapter, whatever you call it, Thunderbolt thing for the iPad, because that's old. If I wanted to use that while I'm traveling. But
my
as far
daughter's
as the phone's
iPad is
concerned,
USB-C.
Yes, the USB-C hit the iPad before the iPhone, actually, because they started with the iPad Pro. Then it trickled down to the iPad Air. And I think that's what has it. Maybe the base.
But Apple's not admitting fault to using, like the Lightning was really a good idea.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we all learned that we were holding our phones wrong for a long time.
And
Remember that?
specific headphones that are Lightning headphones were a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, good idea for their bank balance, of course.
Exactly. We all use Macs, but it doesn't mean we're not going to be critical about Apple's choices of how they do things.
Yeah.
So brilliant. Well, I'm glad you have an ultralight kit that has pro quality sound. In fact, you did send us
What's
samples
under the
of
seat
that.
in the Vespa?
Yeah. And the good thing is, I mean, once I get the barrel, which is still in the mail, God knows where that is, probably on its way to Venezuela or something. Once I get the barrel, then I can use the CC8, plug it straight into the MicPort Pro or the Passport VO.
Passport
when that
VO.
comes out.
Can any of that be used for self-defense?
You throw it hard enough.
Maybe.
I think I could leave a heck of a mark with the XLR jack on it.
Yeah.
You need like shotgun mic nunchucks.
Yeah, but you can actually
Next, I'll bash you in the head.
you can make yourself like a knuckle duster out of these, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
This mic's pretty heavy. I could seriously bludgeon you with this. This is like the end of a 3-pound mallet. This mic. Well, maybe we can fly in the clip that you sent us. You sent us a clip of your rig in the car, and then
Yeah, I just wanted to test it out.
That sounded pretty not carish, I thought.
It was pretty not carish.
Well, then AP and I have been working on some radio imaging stuff, and so I didn't do anything except for match the gain, and I threw it into the session that I'd been working on for him and just bounced it out audio only. And there's no artifacts. I mean, it's obviously got a shitload of compression on it for radio, and there's nothing that rears its ugly head from compression or EQ that makes you go, oh, shit, missed that in the beginning. So,
Right.
Sounds good.
I was talking to Matt Calrick when he was in Australia a couple of weeks ago, and we were just talking about traveling and stuff like that. And he does a lot of sessions from his car, and he actually it said it works perfectly. So that's when I thought, well, you know what? I've seen Joe Sipp do a session from the back of his car, and I'll give it a whirl and see what it sounds like. And I just sat in the back seat, and it sounded fine. I think the hardest thing was me getting in the back seat because it's a 2-door car.
If you mess up the session, your car insurance will pay for it.
Yes, that's right.
Just back on the recording in the car thing, though. I mean, we could go back. So we'd be going back to 1998 or 99. I was working at George Pat's, and we had Chevy Chase out here because he featured in a bunch of TV campaigns for an insurance company called AAMI. And obviously, to save money, they wanted to pack as much into each day as they could. So, in between shots on set, they were putting Chevy into one of the cars with a soundy and recording the radio, and it sounded perfect.
Yeah,
They know what they're doing.
I got a spot where they had the announcer was on camera but had to do certain lines offline, and they did it in the car.
Yeah,
And it actually didn't work out so good. That was
really?
It sounded very much like a car, probably because they weren't close to them. You got to mic up close. You got to get right up on that mic, and you have to eliminate. It's like all about the signal to noise ratio. And if you're close to that mic, your signal is loud, and the rest of the stuff is far away relative to the mic. You've changed that. But if you mic from, I'd say even like 2 feet away, you're dead in the water in the car. You got to get right up to it.
Well, the soundo that did Chevy was your favorite and mine, AP.
Oh, Chris
McCallum, yeah.
Yeah. The naked sound man.
The naked soundy. Yes,
Just because I
indeed.
can, I've got those clips queued up. Should I play them real quick?
Yeah, let's
Sure.
have a listen.
Okay, so here's the raw right off the mic in the car, then Robbo laying on the production. And I just realized that the first track is in mono, the second and third are in stereo. So I'm going to stereoize the first one, and then I'm going to match them levels wise so they don't, nothing blows you out.
I think
of the
I bounced
cans.
out 2 versions too, because one had reverb and shit on it that I forgot
Well,
to
you've
turn
got
off.
the dry and then the wet. So here we go.
Yeah.
This is hopefully you guys hear this.
Yeah, righto. This is a test from the car on the MicPort Pro, the iPhone 15. In the back of my car. It's bloody hot, though, I'll give you that much. But I'm just curious to see how good it sounds. I think it's sounding all right. Anyway, see what you think. Righto, this is a test from the car on the MicPort Pro, the iPhone 15. In the back of my car. It's bloody hot, though, I'll give you that much. But I'm just curious to see how good it sounds. I think it's sounding all right. Anyway, see what you think.
That was with
the
first
back of the
bit
room.
of
Yeah,
processing
yeah.
added.
Yeah,
And then
it's
the
got all
last
the
clip has
processing
no
on it I had
reverb
for this
at
spot.
all.
I bounced
Righto,
it.
this is a test from the car on the MicPort Pro, the iPhone 15. In the back of my car. It's bloody hot, though, I'll give you that much.
Look at the difference in those
What's
waveforms.
hot?
I'm actually I'm really glad, I'm glad you did that, Robbo, because, all the time people say, hey, can you make me a processing chain that sounds like my demo? And this is an extremely good example of why we never do that, or why I don't do that. I don't make a stack that sounds the way the audio would be processed when you take that and ISO it from the rest of a mix, because
Especially for radio stuff.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that processing in out of context, as you're hearing it now, is way over the top, right? Because you're hearing it out of context.
That's
which
right.
is kind of
Without
cool.
Music
We
and
don't-
sound effects and all sorts of shit zipping around. Yeah,
Right. So it's kind of neat to hear it in that way, because we don't normally hear that. We would either hear a raw track, maybe something with a little compression, or full production. And so that was kind of a neat little sidebar thing. I think that was cool to hear.
Yeah, I can give you the chain if you want. It's like
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
You can tell everybody else. I don't want to know.
Two compressors. There's 2 compressors, an EQ on the track, and there's something else on the track. I can't remember. There's something else a bit of distortion, and then it goes to the bus, and on the bus is a limiter, and a bit of fresh air, and there was something else on the bus as well for AP on that, and then off from there out to the wet one has a reverb, which I think was the Waves, one of the Waves reverbs, and then there's a modulation on a separate track, and
It's quite
a bit
big.
of delay. Bit of a slap delay. as
Let's
well.
just make it pretty clear to the voice actors out there: do not send your audio setting that sound like that.
Yes,
don't-
exactly.
No.
No, that's never a good idea.
And the reason I did it was because the only reason I thought it was interesting is because once you can sort of go, yeah, it sounds good. But then when you put it through some massive processing like that, you go, holy shit, listen to it now. But it held up. It was great.
Yeah, you got a little bit of bass buildup, reflex, because you're in you're in an enclosed cabin, and that's what they do. They build bass.
You've got all that glass around you too.
And then on top of that, you have the proximity effect because you're probably closer to the mic as well.
Yeah.
That's why I'm curious to see how this, once I get that barrel thing, I'll try out the CC8, because I think the CC8 will compensate for that boxiness of the car. And I also think sitting in the back seat is probably not such a bad idea either.
Exactly.
What do you put that thing in the back seat?
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny when you add the barrel to the CC8, it'll be about the size of a shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be. Yeah. Should be good. I'm just hope it gets here in time.
It's going to look cool too, have that silver end to it.
The aesthetics are so important. If it looks good, it is good.
Exactly.
That's the one.
Sounds good is, well, I don't know. What equipment did you use?
If it sounds good, well, it depends. What gear are
did you
using?
record that with? It sounds good, but I don't know.
Do you remember that
Yeah,
time
it
I
looks
sent
good.
you guys the Yeti inside a Chaotica eyeball?
Yes, that's right.
Remember that
Yeah.
episode?
Yeah, and it
Wow.
sounded good, right? It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
how could the two worst things on earth sound good together?
Yeah. Two wrongs make a right. It's the first and only time. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what the case was. Two wrongs made a right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that was fun. Is it over?
The Pro Audio Suite
With thanks to TriBooth.
and Austrian Audio. Recorded using Source Connect. Edited by Andrew Peters and mixed by Voodoo Radio Imaging.
With tech support from George the Tech Whittam.
Don't forget to subscribe to the show and join in the conversation on our Facebook group. To leave a comment, suggest a topic, or just say g'day, drop us a note at our website.
ProAudioSuite.com.
Now, if you're on the road, your passion may not sound as good as you would like. So let's talk about... Oh, fucking hell, what am I talking about? Okay, let's try another one.